So let us try to prove this. Given that triangle ABC has AD perpendicular to BC. Okay, stop chatting. Okay, concentrate here. Now, whenever you are given this kind of a proof, whenever in Pythagoras theorem, this kind of a proof, whenever it is given, always keep a very keen eye on what you need to prove. Always see what sides have been included. Okay, always see what is there on the left hand side, what is there on the right hand side. So if you see here, and also there is very important thing that you must observe when you are doing proofs on Pythagoras theorem. How many right angles can you see? That is what you have to see in the given figure. How many right angles are you able to observe? Okay, if you see in this figure, I am able to observe this right angle and this right angle. Okay, and also what I see is that where the expression the expression that I need to prove here, what I see is I have an AB here. That means this side is there in the proof. Fine. I have CD here, so I have this side here. Okay, I have EC here. That means I have this side here, and I have BD here. Okay, so what you see is that in this right angle triangle and this right angle triangle, these two sides are related, isn't it? These three sides are related. This, and AD also is related. In this right angle triangle, this one, this AD is related to this and this. Therefore, in the two right angles, what do you see? What is the common relation between these two right angles? This side AD. This side AD is the common is related to both the right angle triangle. So we are going to use this to prove our statement, because this side is involved, this side is involved, this side is involved, this side is involved. So in fact, two sides of the two right angle triangles are involved, and the third side is the common side. Okay, so we are going to utilize the fact that AD is the common side of the two right angle triangles. Okay, that actually gives a relation between the two right angle triangles. So what you do is you write, let me first erase all this. Okay, so we first look at this right angle triangle. So we write in triangle, in the right angle triangle, ADB or ABD, whatever. Okay, this hypotenuse square, you see this is the right angle, so therefore this must be the hypotenuse. So AB square hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square AD square plus base square, which is BD square. Okay, so we have finished dealing with this right angle triangle. Now we are going to deal with this right angle triangle. Call this relation 1. So now again, if you see in the right angle triangle, ADC or ACD, whatever, hypotenuse square. So clearly AC is your, this side is your hypotenuse because it is opposite to the right angle. EC square is equal to AD square plus BC square or CD square, whatever. Okay, we call this 2. Okay, now with the help of these two, we are going to prove our this relation. Now what you see in these two is, I told you that AD is something that relates both these two triangles, this triangle and this triangle. So we have AD here and we have AD here. Okay, this AD links both the two triangle, and both the two by both the two triangle, what do I mean? It links all these sides. It links the side of this triangle, these two sides of this triangle, and it links these two sides of this triangle. So therefore we are going to use AD here. So from 1 we get AD square is equal to AB square minus BD square. Okay, from 2, from this we get AD square is equal to AC square minus DC square or CD square, whatever. Okay, so what do I get? In both the cases I'm getting AD square. So therefore now what happens? Thus AB square minus BD square must be equal to AC square minus DC square. Okay, so now see AD both are, because both are equal to AD square, and therefore now see what we have to prove here. AB is there, CD is there, all are there in this relation. So what we just need to do here is, you see AB and CD are on the left hand side, so you bring DC on the left hand side. AB plus DC square is equal to, and you transpose BD to that side. Okay, and since I have written DC CD as DC, I'll just change this order. CD square is equal to AC square plus BD square, which is the required proof. So this is proved. Any questions?
No, sir.
No, sir.
The main thing, as earlier I told you, any kind of problem that you come across, this kind of a problem, what you must always keep an eye on what you need to prove. See what sides are involved, what is there on the left hand side, what is there on the, which sides are there on the right hand side, which sides are there on the left hand side. Okay, also see how many right angle triangles are there in the figure, just like you had two right angle triangles. Okay, so in Pythagoras theorem you always need to observe the proof and how many right angle triangles are there, what expression you need to prove, what sides are involved. Okay, that will hint you towards your proof. Okay, so let's see. This one I think I have done yesterday. This one I think I did yesterday, isn't it? Yes, I did yesterday. This one, look at this one. In the figure given below, ABCD is a quadrilateral. Drawing a quadrilateral is actually a pain, so I won't draw it. Okay, I'll show it to you here only. Drawing triangles and rectangles are okay, but quadrilaterals are a pain. In the figure given below, ABCD is a quadrilateral. So ABCD, this is a quadrilateral given to you, in which AB is equal to AD. So these two sides are equal. AB and AD, these two are equal. Angle A is 90 degree. So this angle is 90 degree. Angle C is also 90 degree. So this is also 90 degree given. In fact, this figure is given to you. You need to now what else is given? The length of the side BC. This side is given to be 8 centimeters. CD is given to be 6 centimeters. Okay, you need to find AB and also calculate the area of this triangle. So you need to find the length of this AB and you need to find the area of this triangle. Okay, so let's see how to do it. So clearly, how many right angle triangle do you see? There are two right angle triangles, right? This one and this one. Okay, and if you observe this right angle triangle, okay, what do you see? In this right angle triangle, which one is the hypotenuse? This BD, this one. This one is the hypotenuse because it is opposite to your right angle. Therefore, BD is the hypotenuse. Since you know the other two sides, the perpendicular and the base, as 6 and 8, you know the base to be 6, you know the perpendicular to be 8. Therefore, you can find out the length of this hypotenuse, BD. Okay. Now, once you find out the length of this hypotenuse, again you see that this is a right angle triangle in which these two sides are equal. If you take this side as x and also this side as x, so clearly this one is the, which one is the hypotenuse? This side, BD is again the hypotenuse of the right angle triangle. And therefore, your perpendicular is x, your base is x, and you know the length of the hypotenuse because you have already calculated with the help of this triangle, and therefore you can find out the value of x. Okay, so let us do this. Tell me something, what is the right angle triangle that which has two equal sides called? Can you tell me? Suppose this is a right angle triangle and uh,
So isosceles right angle triangle.
exactly, isosceles right angle triangle. If you have a right angle triangle ABC in which these two are equal, then it is called an isosceles right angle triangle. You will never come across a right angle triangle in which the hypotenuse is perpendicular to the base, or the hypotenuse is perpendicular is equal to the perpendicular. Okay, you will never come across. Let me draw this. You will never come across this kind of a right angle triangle. This triangle is not possible. Understood? This triangle is not possible because the hypotenuse is the greatest side of a right angle triangle. It cannot be equal to perpendicular. It cannot be equal to the base. Understood? So only perpendicular and base in a right angle triangle can be equal. Otherwise, hypotenuse cannot be equal to any of the other sides. Okay. So let us proceed with this problem again. So we consider this right angle triangle. In triangle BCD, okay, you have BD square is equal to BC square plus DC square. Okay, BC square is 8 square and DC square is 6 square. So this is 64 plus 100. Sorry, 36. 64 plus 36, which is 100. So that means BD is square root of 100, which is 10 centimeters. So what you have managed to do here is you have managed to find out the length of this side BD. Okay. We'll now proceed to find out the length of AB. So I say let AB equal to x, let AD equal to x. Okay. So I say in the next step, let AB equal to AD equal to x. Okay. Let me write right angle triangle since I'm doing Pythagoras theorem here. In the right angle triangle BC. Again, we now consider this right angle triangle. So in the right angle triangle ABD, the hypotenuse here is BD and the perpendicular and bases are AD square plus AB square. Okay, so this will give you BD square. We have already found out here. BD is 10. This becomes 10 square. And we have taken AB is equal to AD is equal to x. X square plus x square. And that means 2x square is equal to 100. That means x square is equal to 100 divided by 2, which is equal to 50. So x square you are getting as 50. That means x is what? Square root of 50. And what is square root of 50? Convert this pure surd to a mixed surd. Okay, so this becomes root over of 2 into 5 square, which is 5 root 2 centimeters. So we have, therefore, we have managed to find out x. And what is x? X is actually the length of AB and AD. Therefore, AB is equal to AD is equal to x is equal to 5 root 2 centimeters. Therefore, you have found out AB. That is what they had asked you in the first part of the question. Find AB, and next part was calculate the area of triangle ABD. Therefore, area of triangle ABD is equal to half into base into height, half base is AB, height is AD, and both are equal to 8 root 2, 5 root 2, 5 root 2 into 5 root 2. So this becomes 25 into root 2 into root 2 divided by 2, which is 25 into 2 by 2, which is 25 centimeter square. Okay. Now see here again, I have got the length of AD. Suppose if in the question it is not given here, in the question here it is not given, find AD correct to 2 decimal places or 3 decimal places. But if it was given, find AB correct to 2 decimal places, then you would have put the value of root 2 as 1.414 here and found out the value. Okay, which I have done here. See, I've taken out the value of in decimal terms. But you can leave your answer here if it is not given, that you have to find it correct to a certain number of decimal places. Okay, so either 2 decimal places or 3 decimal places. Any questions?
No questions, sir.
Fine. So let's do the next one. Question here is, in the figure given below, AB is 12. So figure is given to you, AB is given to be 12. AC is 13. It's given to be 13. CE is 10. So this is given to be 10. And DE is 6. Given to be 6. Calculate the length of BD. You need to calculate this length. Okay. Now you see, how many right angle triangles can you see in the figure? There are only 2 right angle triangles. This one and this one. Now, in this right angle triangle, which one is the hypotenuse? This is the hypotenuse, because it is opposite to this right angle. In this right angle triangle, this is the hypotenuse, because it is opposite to this right angle. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So 2 right angle triangles I can see the hypotenuse also. And what I see is that the length of the hypotenuse is given 13 centimeter. The length of the perpendicular is also given 12 centimeter. That means I can find out the base by Pythagoras theorem. Similarly here, in this right angle triangle, you see hypotenuse is given, you see the base is given. That means I can find out this base. So therefore, this entire length is the sum of these two. That is how we proceed to find. Okay, so let us proceed to find this. Okay, so first we'll consider this right angle triangle. In the right angle triangle, ABC, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So what is given to me? AC is given to me as 13. AB is given to me as 12. We need to calculate BC. Therefore, what is BC? BC square, in fact, BC square is 13 square minus 12 square, which is 169 minus 144, which is 25. So therefore, what is BC? BC is square root 25, which is 5 centimeters. Okay, so we have managed to find out the length of BC. Now we consider this right angle triangle. Okay, instead of we have managed to find out BC, so now we'll consider our the other right angle triangle, this one. So in the right angle triangle, CDE, hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Okay, now let's see what is going. CE is 10 square, ED is 6 square plus CD square. Means CD square is 10 square minus 6 square. 100 minus 36, which is 64. So that means what is CD? Square root of 64, which is 8 centimeter. So here we have managed to find out CD. So we know this length BC and we also know CD. Hence, the question is find the length of BD, this entire length. Hence, BD is equal to BC plus CD. 5 plus 8, which is 13 centimeter. Okay, any questions?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Now the problem that I have not worked out, the problem that this kind of problems, understand 15C and do yourself. Okay, that I will do at last. Okay, first I'll deal with the ones that I have already solved. Okay, these problems I'll deal at last. Now in the figure given below, 15C, in the figure given below, angle D is 90 degree. So this angle is given to you as your 90 degree. Okay, and AB is 16 centimeters. So this length is given to you as 16 centimeters. BC is given to you as 12 centimeters. CA is given to you as 6 centimeters. You are required to find CD. Okay. Now, first of all, the first thing that should come to your mind is that how many right angle triangles you can see. What right angles triangles you can see? You can see this right angle triangle, this blue one that I'm drawing here. You can see this right angle triangle here. Also, you can see this right angle triangle here, this one. So you can see the two right angle triangles, one small one and the other big one. The red one is a big one, the blue one is a small one. Okay, now we shall apply Pythagoras theorem. Once it is a right angle triangle, we know we can apply Pythagoras theorem in both the two right angle triangles. But how to find CD? That is the question. So what I do here is I say let CD equal to X. Okay, then what does this entire side become? This becomes 12 plus X. Okay, so now look at this right angle triangle, this blue right angle triangle, small one. You see that in this right angle triangle, this is your hypotenuse, the side opposite to the, so AC is your hypotenuse. Okay, so you can get a relation between the hypotenuse, the perpendicular and the base. So you'll get an expression in X. Again, consider this red right angle triangle, this bigger one. Okay, which one is the hypotenuse? This one, AB is the hypotenuse. This is your common, this is your perpendicular. In fact, what you can see is that AD is the side that actually links the two right angle triangles. Is actually the relation between the two right angle triangles, and this is the relation that we are going to use in order to find x. Okay, so AD is actually the common side between the two right angle triangles, this AD, and your base here is BD. Okay, so you can find a relation between the hypotenuse here, this perpendicular here, and this base here. Okay, for the bigger right angle triangle also. So let us try and work out. Let us take this as x. So consider the small right angle triangle. In the right angle triangle is ADC. AC is your hypotenuse, so AC square. AD is your perpendicular, so AD square, and CD is your base, CD square. Okay. So what does it give? You know AC, 6 square. AD, I don't know. I will write AD as it is. And CD I have taken as X. Okay. So therefore from these two, what do I get? From this, what do I get? AD square. Let me write this one. Add one more step here. 36 is equal to AD square plus X square. That means AD square. Why am I finding AD? Because as I told you, AD is the link between the two right angle triangles. AD square is equal to 36 minus X square. Fine. So we have considered one right angle triangle, the smaller one. Now we'll consider the larger right angle triangle. In the right angle triangle ADB, in the right angle triangle ADB, which one is the hypotenuse here? AB. So right, AB square, hypotenuse square, is equal to perpendicular square, AD square, plus base square, which is BD square. Okay. Now, what is AB? AB is given to be as 16. AD I write as it is, because I've written AD also here also as it is, and BD is what? 12 plus X square. So that means 16 square is 256 is equal to AD square plus 12 plus X whole square. That means what is AD square? It is 256 minus 12 plus X whole square. So in both the cases, let us call this 1 and let us call this 2. So in both the cases, we have managed to find out AD, because I saw that AD is the common side or the common link between the two triangles, two right angle triangles. Okay. So now since AD square is equal to this and AD square is equal to this, therefore from 1 and 2, (36 minus X square) is equal to 256 minus 12 plus X square. Okay. So this means 36 minus X square is equal to 36 minus X square is equal to 256 minus, you expand this by a plus b whole square formula, 12 square plus 6 square plus 2 into 12 into x2 AB term. Okay, that means 36 minus X square is equal to 256 minus 144 plus X square plus 24x. Okay, so this is 36 minus X square equal to 256 minus, open the brackets, signs will change, minus x square minus 24x. Now take all the x's on one side. You have 36 minus x square. So this x square comes on the other side, it becomes plus x square. 256 comes on the other side, it becomes minus 256. And 24x comes on the other side, it becomes plus 24x. And 144 also comes on the other side, so it becomes plus 144. Okay, so there are there are 6 terms. 36 minus x square plus x square minus 256. 6. Yes, there are 6. This must be equal to 0. So this x square cancels. And you get 36 minus 256 to be 36. You get this as 36 plus 144 is, this 36 plus 144 is 180 minus 256 plus 24x is equal to 0. That means 24x is, maybe let's simplify this a little. So this is 76 minus 76 in fact, plus 24x is equal to 0. Means 24x is equal to 76. That means x is equal to 76 divided by 24. So this is 3/1/6 centimeter. We cancel this, 38, 12, and then say 19, and say 3, 6. They get 3/1/6. Okay, any questions here?
No, sir.